And welcome back. And of course, before we talk about the big action on tomorrow afternoon, we have another addition to the panel. Another one of the regulars. He's the Lithuanian lover, Alex Degani. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening. It's very exciting times. 24 hours left. Let's talk about this game.
All right then, Smarty Pants. Tell us all about it then. Who is going to win?
Oh, jeez, I didn't think.
Let's hear your summation of the big game tomorrow afternoon.
We go through the tipsters every week, and it's a majority have gone for Bannockburn by about 20 points. All right. Never underestimate Belpost Hill at the same time, going for six premierships in 7 years. And we forgot to mention it on the show last week. Had they won, which they have, makes them the equal second highest amount of most grand finals in a row. So Ocean Grove in our region, 12. Now Belpost Hill and Queenscliff of the 1960s.
I mentioned that before, Alex. Thanks for, so it's okay.
Wonder
You're a
where
little
you
bit
got
behind.
that from there.
Doing his research.
Yeah, he's been doing it. You know,
all right.
Old Bruce there. I've got to knock him off every now and then.
It's like a Junior Burger version of Mick Robinson, isn't it? Like,
It is. Yeah.
Gives us complete knowledge of how many grand finals Ocean Grove, but who gives a rat's clack how many Ocean Grove grand finals?
That's exactly right. No one except the Ocean Grove people.
No, very good, Alex. So come on, mate. Who's going to win it tomorrow, mate?
I'm still going to go for Bannockburn.
Yep.
Fresh legs. They've only played one opposition in the top four in the last probably 60 days now, and that one game was a 43-point margin. Such was their aggression through the middle, and they still have to bring back Jack Broman. I can't remember this week who they took out of the side, but I feel very bad for that player. But Jack's back in, and it's going to be a magical grand final. I reckon Bannockburn by a few points.
Grubby, we talk about it all the time this time of the year, the week's rest. Are you an advocate for a week's rest or not?
Not normally. I just believe sometimes, just through experience of what I've seen over the years, sometimes you have the rest, then you win, then you have another rest, and you can get a little bit stale. And that's where Bannockburn, I think that's their only chance to win it, Bannockburn. They have to get the jump on them. They've come from behind the last couple of games, or not against Thompson, but against Inverleigh. If they're behind at three-quarter time, I just can't see their legs being fresh enough to catch Bannockburn. They've got to catch them off guard early because, as Alex said, Bannockburn had 5 or 6 games before the finals with sides down near the bottom of the ladder where they could take blokes off and rest them. They've been resting for ages. I just think fresh legs on that big ground might be the difference in the finish.
Mitch, always look forward to grand final day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tommy Tighe's in it, North Geelong ain't in it.
No,
but
that's okay.
good to see Bannockburn having a crack.
Probably, as it's worked out, the two best sides in it. They've proven that. They've, Bannockburn have certainly proven that for them. And then, Belpost still have done it the hard way. Is it the right way or not? I'm not too sure. I'm a bit in the camp where I like to see them play every week, as long as they don't get injured. I don't know who to tip, to tell you the truth. It's going to be a toss of a coin. It's going to be a couple of players certainly stiff to miss out, which is always the case, and I feel for them. Kelly's going to come back in for Belpost Hill, and Broman's going to come in for Bannockburn. I'm going to tip Bannockburn, I suppose, in a toss of the coin, but it wouldn't surprise me if Belpost Hill win. A fantastic effort to get there by both the clubs, and they're to be congratulated, and good luck to both of them.
Who are the key players, Grubby?
For who?
Both sides that can really make or break this game.
Well, there's two sides playing.
Yeah, but you know the key players are. Who can open the game up?
Well, with Belpost Hill, they haven't got any smashing key players that tear you apart. They've got 22 blokes that pick you apart, and that's why, as we spoke about before, the Werribee Centrals and the Bannockburn teams of the 90s were great sides, but this is probably a better side collectively than any of those sides, probably any that I've ever seen in the competition. And that's how they win. With Bannockburn, the young kid that I can't believe you blokes, I put him in, but I can't believe you blokes didn't put Matty Tyquin in that team of the year because he won their best and fairest, and he can break you up, he can open you up. Big Kieran Fulton down there, but where they can beat you is they've got 4 blokes, the 2 Fultons and the 2 Coles that can all ruck, and they can all ruck proficiently. Other sides who've only got the one ruckman, like Thompson, like Inverleigh, like Belpost Hill, they've got one bloke and they've got bit players that have to replace them. They've got 4 blokes that can ruck proficiently, and that's where they might break it open. And of course, with Jackie Broman coming in the side, he's a very, very good player. And watch out Darren Milburn down the back, because I believe their defence is only just, but with him in it, it's very, very good.
What do you reckon, Mitch?
I think he is speaking sense, but I wouldn't underestimate the power of the team. Like this mob's been there, time and time again, and the reality to it all is they've been to the big dance, and they certainly know what to expect. I would expect them to come out, and they haven't done this in the past, but I'd expect them to come out firing on all cylinders. Like Stuff will have them revved up, And the first 15 minutes of this game, I believe, will determine it. I don't believe that they can overrun Bannockburn if Bannockburn get a 2 or 3 goal lead.
Agreed.
I don't think they can overrun them. I think they've got to start. They've got to be physical. They've got to put Bannockburn off their game. They've got to make the most of their opportunities. Look, it's just going to be a ripping contest. You know, like we had Joel Page in here before and Connor Jervis, two of the outstanding players in the competition. It'll be a show. I hope it's tight. I'm not too sure whether it will be, but I hope it is tight and it'll just be a great game.
Mitch, just on behalf of us three red shirts, why don't we put the onus on our host? After 16 years, I want to hear who you picking and why.
No one cares.
No, I
Because
want
they
to
know he knows nothing about the
his
game.
hands up.
Dick, I think he's coming for your job.
Here we go.
He's having a crack.
I think he's coming
Who
for your
wins?
job, mate.
Who
Jason
wins?
Doherty
Dick,
tried,
and
he
why?
didn't succeed.
Who wins and why?
Who wins and why? Well, I tell you what, I reckon Bannockburn. Hey? Bannockburn, I reckon, will win this game. I'm confident. I
Yep.
reckon Belpo's still a little bit overconfident. They looked all right against Inverleigh last week. And I thought Inverleigh, when they hit the front by about 4 or 5 goals there, they might have hung them out, but gee, Belpo still did the work. And it might have taken a little bit out of their legs, I reckon. And Bannockburn, I like the week's rest. I reckon Bannockburn will be fresh. And speaking about young Teichmann, I picked him to kick the first goal,
You did.
and I picked him to win the medal into the game. I reckon he's a gun, and you're right. If he gets an opportunity, he could really open the game right out. He's got that much talent. He's certainly got great breeding lines. There's no doubt about
Is
that.
he going to be as good as his dad?
Oh, you can't compare.
Not many
that.
people are.
No, his dad was he was awesome. There's no doubt about that. He was one of the great forward players and great players in our competition for many years. But look, good luck to him, and I reckon the Bannockburn Tigers. From an outsider, I think everybody in football, unless you barrack for Belpo still, would like to see the Bannockburn Tigers win it because everyone's getting a bit sick of Belpo still, I reckon.
No, I'd like to see whoever's the best side
Yeah,
win it. And if
yeah,
Belpo's
you-
still the best side, I want to see him win it.
No,
And I'll
you'd
tell you what
suck
I
up to
did
anybody.
call on the radio last week. A couple of times I almost called the dynasty over, but I've just been around a little bit too long to realise that you never ever write off a champion team.
Oh,
It'll
no,
be,
yeah.
it'll be
Look, I
like
think-
what Brendan McCartney said to Ocean Grove in their last premiership.
What'd he say?
He stood there at 3/4 time and he said, see all these people around here? They've all paid their $10 to come and see you blokes lose.
Oh, okay.
Well, and that does happen, but not from where I sit.
No,
Whoever plays the best footy wins,
Yeah.
and I don't care who it is.
No, they're a powerful club.
Yeah.
They're a super side. They've been well coached, and I've got to congratulate both coaches. I think they've been fantastic. Riccardi for taking over
Yep.
Bannockburn this year, and Stuff for probably taking the reins of the hardest job in the competition.
doubt about that. He was on a hot nothing, wasn't he?
Well, he still is.
He
Yeah.
still
He
is.
can get him to a grand final and still fail in the year.
Well, I
so-
don't think he can. I think he's proven. Like they've lost
Look,
three
he's
of their
proven.
better players, like Whitney, Basley, and McNamara to the GFL. To get them into a grand final with those three, I think it's a fantastic.
But all he can do is equal.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah, I just think that good luck to both sides on Saturday. May the best side win, and let's have a great day.
Who
Well,
win the
that's-
twos?
Oh, gee, that's a hard one. North Geelong and Inverleigh got to be favourites.
Got out of jail last week,
Yeah,
North Geelong.
North Geelong did. Inverleigh got to be
We're getting the
favourites.
wind up again.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
there we go, fellas.
half your senior
Another
side,
great
really.
year, and enjoyed your company, you guys, and Mitch.
Yeah, fantastic.
It was a great year, and good
Was
to
a
have
good
you back
year.
on the
No,
panel
it's
again
good,
this year.
good.
Bit of fun, Grubby. We see you every now and again, mate. Always nice to see you come in and have a bit of a crack.
Oh,
a
make
bit of a
sure I
laugh
get
with
in
us.
for the big ones, mate.
You'll be right, mate. Over that. And Alex, you've done a great job, particularly with your MC duties and the footy record all year, mate. Been a fantastic job indeed.
Thanks for the opportunity, mate.
That's no worries at all. And look, we appreciate your company too. It's been a new time slot, Friday night. I reckon it's worked okay. I hope you all have a great day tomorrow at the footy, and I hope your team wins. And I hope you have a great Christmas and Happy New Year as well, because we won't be back till 2017, God willing, if we're allowed to come back again. But once again, thanks very much for your company. See you all again in 2017. Bye for now.
Bye.
We come together, the best from all the league, to show them how to play.